Devarchana Vidhanam. Vidhanam is the mode, the way of doing something, a mode of Devarchana. Devarchana, that is the worship of God, the divinity principle. Deva. The question comes, who is this Deva? What is this God principle? What is the divinity principle? And how that archana or that worship can be done. This Devarchana Vidhanam is found in the Nirvana Prakarana of Yogavasistha, but Nirvana Prakarana Purvardha. Nirvana Prakarana has got two sections, Purvardha and Uttarardha. Actually, entire Nirvana Prakarana is half the size of YogaVasishtha text. So that much voluminous text it is. So in the first, that is Ardha Purvardha, chapters 29 to 42, 14 chapters are there. But this Devarchana Vidhana doesn't begin from the very beginning of the 29th chapter. It actually, the question appears from stanza 116th stanza of 29th sarga of Nirvana Prakarana Purvardha. The actual question is asked by Sage Vasishtha to none other than Lord Shiva. And thereafterwards, up to the end of 42nd sarga, The teaching continues. Actually, Devarchana Vidhana, this text describes mainly, prominently, chitaha sarvatmata. Chit, the chaitanya, is everything. There is nothing other than chaitanya tattva. Chitaha sarvatmata. Then antah puja, worship of the Lord within one's own embodiment, within oneself. Bahi puja, the worship of the Lord from the standpoint of the entire creation. And the title of this 29th sarga of Purvardha Nirwana Prakarana is Jagataha Paramatmamaya Varnanam. Entire Jagat is nothing but Paramatmamaya. Jagataha Paramatmamaya Varnanam. This is how it starts. The context is the great Sage Vasishtha once was doing tapas in the interior of Himalayas on the Ganges bank. The name of the place is Kailasa Vanakunja. Where exactly, I don't know, but it is called Kailasa Vanakunja. So, there he had erected his ashram, and for a very long time he was doing the tapas along with the disciples. And who are those disciples? Not simple disciples. Siddha Sanghata Valitaha, surrounded by many great Siddhas who are highly accomplished persons who were there, who were his disciples. Not only that, not simple tapas, Shastradhyana also was going on. Kruta Shastrartha Sangraha. So the one who has, that means taken to Shastrartha Sangraha. And great worships were going on, and worship means you need flowers and all that. So for that, flower gardens were there. He says, Pushpartham Syuta Putikaha. So a big flower garden also was there. What about the study? Big library also was there. Big library was there. Krutartha, the Pustaka Vyuha Sangrahi. Pustaka Vyuha Sangrahi. Big library also was there, means texts were accumulated. So like this, the tapas was going on. Tikakara says, Kricha Chandrayana, etc. Tapas were going on along with the Shastra Adhyana. Once it happened, it was Shravana Masa, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami. On one Shravana Masa, Krishna Paksha, Ashtami, evening at Pradosha Samaya. Pradosha is nightfall. Pradosha Samaya, after all worship, etc., they were meditating and they had lost themselves in samadhi. For about half, that is yama. Yama means, prahara means about 3 hours. Entire day of 24 hours has got 8 praharas. So half prahara, that is about 1.5 hours, is a yama. So that is what? Yamardhe. Yamardhe means, yama is prahara, and ardha is about 1.5 hours. Means the pradosha time after puja, they were meditating, they were in samadhi. It was about 8 to 9 p.m. in the night. Because after 1.5 hour after the sunset as such, around 8 to 9 p.m. in the night, Vasishtha got up from the samadhi. Means he woke up from the samadhi. He was looking around. Other disciples were still lost in samadhi. Lost in samadhi. Absorbed in samadhi. Okay. You can't say lost in samadhi. Lost in sleep you can say. Okay. Absorbed in samadhi. Others were absorbed in still in samadhi. So Vasishtha woke up. He was looking around. Pitch darkness. No movement of anyone around, even the animals as such. At that time, and pin drop silence was there, the Ganga, Himalayas. Suddenly, he found yonder bright and brilliant, very comforting and cooling light, as if hundreds of bright clouds are there in the sky, like that. There was the bright light. At the same time, it was not scorching. It was cool and comforting. He was surprised to see that, but within no time he found Lord Shiva holding the hand of Goddess Parvati are coming. And Nandi was making the way. Nandi was leading and making the, no, he was not riding on the Nandi. Nandi was making the way, and Lord Shiva, so he was so happy. He woke up, he alerted all the disciples because they were still in samadhi. They alerted and they went forward, and when still Lord Shiva was at a distance, so he offered the arghya, flowers, etc. Lord Shiva came near and he sat on a rock of flowers. A rock of flowers. Maybe it was full of flowers or something like that. Then Vasishtha went near and did the actual puja. Lord Shiva inquired the well-being of Vasishtha. First question was, how is your sadhana going on? Does your mind get absorbed in the Paramatma Swarupa? Have you got any dearth of anything? Whether your all desires are fulfilled? Whether good thoughts always are there in your mind? And whatever your things that are there, are they well protected? Have you got any fear at any time in your mind? So all this, well, like, how are you? So he asked me, in detail he asked, how are you? So that is what he asked. So Vasishtha replies, Bhagavan, with your grace, I don't lack anything. I don't lack anything. Everything is fine with me. But you have come, I should not lose this opportunity. I should make best use of this opportunity. Therefore, I am asking you about one doubt that I have got. So, please explain me and clarify my doubt, telling me what is to be done. And what is that doubt? How Devarchana has to be taken. Now think of it. Who is asking? Vasishtha is asking how the worship of God has to be taken to. This is the context. And disciples also is not ordinary now. Who is the Guru? Parameshwara Shiva himself the Guru, and disciple is none other than Sage Vasishtha. So at length Lord Shiva describes the Devarchana Vidhana. First he starts with what is Deva Tattva. See, we say worship of God, and we have already taken for granted whom? God. What is that God principle? What is that divinity principle? Then how that archana, how that worship has to be taken to. That is how it goes on. Actually, here, for the portion that is going to come, first it will be discussed. So, who is Deva? Then, Chitaha Sarvatmata. Entire Jagat is nothing but Chit, Chaitanya and Chaitanya Tattva only. Chaitanya and Chaitanya only. Means Chetana Matra Swarupa. Entire Jagat is Chetana Matra Swarupa. This is going to be described in the forthcoming stanzas up to the end of these 29 sarga. We'll take in your whatever the text that is given to you, I have put chapter 1, chapter 2 like that. So because that reference of this is the, you know now the reference. So now chapter 1 corresponds to 29th sarga of Nirvana Purvardha of Yogavasistha, and the stanza 1 corresponds to stanza 114 second line and 115 entire verse, just for your connection. Bhagavan Svat Prasadena, this is the second line of 114th stanza, and then Kintu Prichami, this verse is 115, 3 lines together, 1 number is given, then it continues. And from chapter 2, numbers correspond to the actual verses in the respective sargas. Now you will see one by one.
Jagataha Paramatmamayatva Varnanam Sage Vasishtha Uvacha Bhagavan Svat Prasadena Purname Sakaladishaha Kintu Pruchami Devesha Sandehe Tatra Nirnayam Bruhi Prasannaya Buddhya Yakto Dvegamanamayam. Anvaya. Bhagavan Tvat Prasadena Me Sakala Dishaha Ad Ishtarthaihi Purnaha Kintu Devesha Tatra Ad Api Sandehe Nirnayam Pruchami Prasannaya Buddhya Bruhi. Again, Bhagavan Tvat Prasadena Me Sakala Dishaha Ad Ishtarthaihi Purnaha Kintu Devesha Tatra Ad Api Sandehe Nirnayam Pruchami Prasannaya Buddhya Bruhi.
Wait. There is a purpose why it is not given. That quarter pada is connected to the next verses, and the anvaya will be there as such, not this. Bhagavan, O Lord, Tat Prasadena, by your grace, me sakala dishaha ishtarthaihi purnaha. Sakala disha, everywhere means all quarters, dishaha quarters. All my quarters means there is no place where I don't have whatever that is desired by me. Ishtarthaihi, by the things desired by me or required by me, desired in the sense required by me. So dishaha purnaha, they are replete, they are full with all that I require wherever I go. That is what it is. Wherever I go, why? Here maybe that he was camping there for a very long time. He is not at one place as such. He moves wherever I go, whatever I require is always available. How? By your grace. Your grace, it is always available. Ishtarthaihi sakalaha dishaha ishtarthaihi purna. Kintu, but, means some deficiency is there. Not deficiency. You have come, so I have to celebrate it. And how can we celebrate? Puja already I have done, but still I have got one doubt about it. Kintu Devesha, Devanam Isha, the God of all the gods, the supreme God principle, Devesha. Tatra, after Tatra you can add Api. After Tatra, add Api. Tatrapi means even then, or what is called as nevertheless. Even then, nevertheless. So Tatrapi, even then, nevertheless, says Tatrapi Sandehe Nirnayam Pruchhami. Sandehe sati, when there is sandeha, so I have got a doubt, and therefore I would like to have your nirnaya, your decision, your verdict on that, because Lord Shiva's verdict is certainly something great. So I would like to have Lord Shiva's, your verdict. Tatra nirnayam pruchhami. So I am asking. And prasannaya buddhya bruhi. Be pleased towards me, and otherwise no. See, I came here and this fellow is making me tell so many things, etc. No, of course, Vasishtha knows. Otherwise Lord Shiva would not have come here. Lord Shiva has come here means with this purpose only, because over the shoulders of Vasishtha, he can give this teaching to the entire world, like Bhagavad Gita was imparted to Arjuna by Lord Krishna, but it was not only meant for Arjuna, it was meant for others also. It was meant for others also. So, prasannaya buddhya bruhi. Prasannaya buddhya bruhi. Please see. Now, tyaktodvegam anamayam. Tyaktodvegam anamayam. This phrase is an adjective to Devarchana Vidhanam that is going to come in the next verse. It is an adjective to the Devarchana Vidhana. Next standa.
Sarva papa kshayakaram. Sarva kalyana vardhanam. Devarchana vidhanam tat. Kidrusham bhavati prabho. Anvaya. Prabho, add yat. Take from the earlier stanza. Tyaktodvegam anamayam.
Tyaktodvegam anamayam. Two words.
Tyaktodvegam anamayam. Sarva papa kshayakaram. Sarva kalyana vardhanam Devarchana Vidhanam tat kidrusham bhavati. Again, Prabhu, add yat tyaktodvegam anamayam sarva papa kshayakaram sarva kalyana vardhanam Devarchana Vidhanam tat kidrusham bhavati.
Prabhu, O Lord, yet whatever that Devarchana Vidhana, what type of Devarchana Vidhana it is? Tektodvegam, the worship of the God wherein there is no udvega. You know what is udvega? Agitation in the mind. There is no agitation in the mind. There is no restlessness in the mind. Is it so? While worshipping God, you get agitated. One Satyanarayana Puja. Ganesh Chaturthi, Ganapati is coming. What all preparations we have to do? Suppose it is a Yajna Yaga. What all materials? For example, we had that Vitthal Rakhumai Mandir Pratisthapana. We did it on a very simple scale. Even for that Havana, what all things were required, it was difficult to procure also. All those different varieties of twigs and all that. It really, see, even means so much of preparations is there. So many, materials are to procure, even for Ganesha Puja. You know, there are many leaves to be offered. Bombay, will you get them? Even other places also difficult. At times you can't get. Then afterwards Shastra has got Tadarthe akshatam samarapayami. So it can be done. That Shastra gives a provision for that because it may not be available all the time. So any worship means lot of preparation is required. Lot of, not only preparation, lot of expenses involved. See, preparation means what? Procurement of samagris. Samagri phukat nahi milta hai udhar. So you have to get it. Olden days, the Brahmana, suppose they want to yajna yaga, they used to go to kings, etc. And they used to provide the whatever that is necessary. So that being the case, tat tyaktodvegam, wherein there is no agitation in the mind, and therefore which is undisturbed, free from upadrava, anamayam. Because there is no agitation in the mind, and therefore it is undisturbed, without any restlessness, without any agitation in the mind, and therefore it is what? Anamaya. Amaya here is, amaya means disease also, but here it is affliction. Upadrava is not there. That which is free from upadrava. Anamaya. Such Devarchana, that is Anamayam, again the one that is Sarva Papa Kshayakaram, which destroys all the papas. Here destroys all the papas means including punya. Including punya. Then you may wonder, better avoid this. Better avoid this. So why? Punya chale jayega. Whether punya or papa, both are going to bind. Bandha is there. Therefore, to get freed from bondage, one has to get freed from papa punya, which is possible only in the wake of Atma, wake of Atma Dhyana, wake of Atma Jnana. Sarva Papa Kshayakaram. Sarva Papa Kshayakaram. Sarva Papa Kshayakaram. And therefore, sarva kalyana vardhanam, that which enriches all that is good, which enriches all that is beneficial. Sarva kalyana vardhanam, sarva kalyana vardhanam, Devarchana Vidhanam. Such Devarchana Vidhanam. What are the adjectives? Tyaktodvegam anamayam. One tyaktodvegam, and therefore second anamayam. Third sarva papa kshayakaram. Fourth sarva kalyana vardhanam. Sarva kalyana vardhanam. Devarchana Vidhanam Tat, Yat Tat, whatever that type of mode of worshipping the God. Kidrisham Bhavati. Kidrisham Bhavati means what is its nature. So, the question is, what is the nature of Devarchana, the mode of worshipping the God, which is free from agitations and therefore free from afflictions, upadravas, which destroys all the papas, including the punya, to make one get freed from bondage of samsara, which enriches all the good, means gives the paramananda. Such Devarchana, O Lord, please explain. Ishvara, Parameshvara is ready to oblige. Maybe for that purpose only he has come. And he has not come in the beginning. Vasishtha was doing tapas for a very long time. He has to give the phala for that. And therefore he was happy with his tapas, and therefore he has come. So now Lord Shiva replies.
Ishvara uvacha Shunu brahma vidam shrestha Devarchanam anuttamam Vadami mujjate yena Krutena sakrudevahi. Anvaya Brahmavidam Shrestha Anuttamam Devarchanam Vadami Shrunu Sakrut Krutena Eva Hi Yena Uchyate. Again, Brahmavidam Shrestha Anuttamam Devarchanam Vadami Shrunu Sakrut Krutena Eva Hi Yena Uchyate.
Brahmavidam Sreshtha. Brahmavid. Here it can be Brahmanishtha. If he is Brahmanishtha, why you want Devarchana Vidhana? We can take as Veda Vidam Sreshtha. Brahma word has got many meanings. Primary meaning is Satchidananda Brahma, the divinity principle, ultimate principle, which is called here as Deva. So that Brahma Vidam Sreshtha. Then Brahmana. Brahma also means Vedas, Veda Vidam Sreshtha, or the one who is the best among the Brahmajnani, we can say that, because highly learned. Because a Brahmajnani may not be a Shrotriya. He may not be a person who has studied the Shastras, and yet one may have Brahmajnana. But Vasishtha is not that way. Krita Shastrartha Sangraha is there. So he has studied all the Shastras. Not simply Vedanta as such, all the Shastras he has studied, he is a past master in all the Shastras. So the best among the, or it can be best among the Brahmanas, or Brahmana. Vid is there, Brahmana you can't say, Veda Vidam Sreshtha. You know, Vasishtha is one of the deputies of Ishvara. They are special. In the beginning of the Kalpa, they are like that assistants to Parameshwara as such. And their prarabdha is multiple prarabdha. Multiple prarabdha means one and the same Vasishtha, we can take many embodiments. This is what is available. For this, a Brahma Sutra also is there, not in the Chatusutri. Okay? So afterwards it is going to come, that determines that such, that is, deputies are there in the creation. They are there from the very beginning of the Kalpa. So therefore he says, Brahmavidam Sreshta Anuttamam Devarchanam Vadami. I am going to teach you Devarchana, the mode of worshipping God. What type of mode of worshipping God? Anuttamam, unsurpassed. Unsurpassed. What does it indicate? There are different modes of worshipping God. But the mode of worshipping that I am going to tell you is the best, the topmost as such, which I am going to tell you, is Anuttamam Devarchana Vidhanam Vadami. I am going to teach you, explain you. Shruno, please listen attentively. Please listen attentively. Why? Because it is Paramartha Paramapurushartha Sadhana. It is the means of accomplishing the highest Purushartha. What is the highest Purushartha? Moksha. And actually it is nothing but Tattvajnana only. Then why it is called Devarchana Vidhana? So that means finally you came where? Vedanta only. So why? Because that is the real worship. Other worships, no doubt Shastra speak, Lord Shiva himself is going to tell you, ये सब बच्चों का खेल है. So that is that. Those who are incapable of taking to this Devarchana Vidhana, for them other modes are recommended by the Shastra itself. But this is the best Devarchana Vidhana. Lord himself is going to tell us all these things. So therefore, it is the best among all varieties of modes of worshipping the God principle, the divinity principle. So therefore it is called Anuttamam. So Shruno, do you know the result of it? Sakrud krutena eva hi yena uchyate. Other worships, how many times do you do? Every day. Every day you have to do, is it not? So, you know, and then there is a result promised. So regularly you have to do. The greatness of this, of course, this can be done every day also. Even once it is done, it gives the highest result. Even once, it is not simply listening to Devarchana Vidhana, okay? So, you have to do this thing. They will come step by step. Will come there. So therefore he says, Sakrut krutena eva. Sakrut means once. See, once done. Once that means even once in a lifetime you do. Of course, to do once in a lifetime, you you have to work your lifetime, okay? So that way. But, so Sakrudevahi, see, that means you have to work on those lines. Swami Tapod Maharaj used to say, it is better to aim at a lion and miss it than to aim at a jackal and kill it. Even in the failure of higher pursuit, there is a gain. There is a gain as such. So that is the case. So Sakrudeva Krutena Sakrud, that is, even by doing this puja once, what happens? By that, Muchyate, the person gets liberated. The person gets liberated. So that I am going to tell. So Shruno means what? Listen with due attention. Due attention. Now the question comes, if Archana of Deva is to be done, first we should know who is this Deva. Who is this Deva? So Lord Shiva asks Vasishtha, I hope you know who is. Think of it, not to Tom, Dick, Harry. Vasishtha, I hope you know that Deva. Who is Deva? There is a purpose behind that, to knock down the wrong notions about what the divinity principle is. You may also wonder, why Vasishtha? We also know. We also know Deva. Mahabaleshwara. Let us start from Rama. Here Rama is there. Rama is there. Mahabaleshwara. Narayana. Sakshat Shiva is in front of me. See, you see now. Lord Shiva himself is disowning. I am not Deva. Lord Shiva himself is going to disown. I am not Shiva. I am not Deva. So then he is pointing out what the Deva principle is. So it may sound strange that how such question can arise. Everyone knows Deva, what principle is. And as far as our Sanatana Dharma is concerned, there is no dearth of there is no dearth of Devas. There are many of them are there. So still asked to me means to remove the wrong notion about the Deva Tattva. No doubt, all these have got a purpose. It is not to condemn them, they have got a purpose. But what is that purpose will be seen afterwards. But themselves cannot be the ultimate divinity principle. These are considered as divinity principles. Secondarily, we should discover the Mukhya, the primary Deva Tattva. So let us see. He asks the question and starts. Not that he is waiting for answer from who? Vasishtha, because he did it just to make him think, he has asked, and Lord Shiva himself is answering.
One correction is there. First word, Kachit Vesti is there. It should be Kachit Vesi.
Right.
Instead of sti, it should be si. Sa and sa. Instead of sa and sa, it should be ta and sa joint. Kachit Vesi.
I hope you have got it. Vesti, sakara and ti, it should be takara and si. Vet si. Vet si. Printing mistake. Okay. Typing mistake.
Kachit Vetsi Mahabaho. Kachit Vetsi Mahabaho. Deva Kasyaditi Tvija. Deva Kasyaditi Tvija. Nadeva Pundari Kakshaha. Nadeva Pundari Kakshaha. Nacha Deva Strilochanaha. Nacha Deva Strilochanaha. Anvaya. Mahabaho Dvija स्यात् इति कच्चित् वेत्सि देवः पुण्डरीकाक्षः न देवः त्रिलोचनः न च. Again, महाबाहो द्विज देवः कः स्यात् इति कच्चित् वेत्सि देवः पुण्डरीकाक्षः न देवः त्रिलोचनः न च.
Mahabaho. Address to Vasishtha is Mahabaho. So, you are familiar with this. To Gita, to Arjuna. And why Arjuna is called Mahabahu? Mighty arm is a brave, valorous person. Now Vasishtha is a Kshatriya? No. Is a warrior? He is a warrior also. Huh? He has fought with none other than, you know who? Vishwamitra. But all that is there, he didn't do anything. He just planted that staff. And he said, and Vishwamitra was using all missiles, including Brahmastra. Nothing could be done. So Vishwamitra took a lesson. I am so mighty and powerful and I can't overpower him. This is because of his knowledge. So he is a Brahmarshi. So I will also become Brahmarshi. That is what it is. So, but here, Tikakara says purpose is different. You are Mahabahu. Do you know why? You are expert in doing these external pujas. You don't know the real puja because you are expert. He says, Nirantara Deva, just I am reading Tika, okay? Nirantara Devarchana Safalikrita Bahu Bahu Bahu. Always the one who takes to the worship of God, and therefore the Bahu means arms are always adept in worshipping the God. Means Bahya Puja only. So, see, means you are a sure aware in external worship. The real worship you don't know. How Lord Shiva knows that he doesn't know the real worship? He would not have asked the question. He would not have asked the question. Mahabahu, you say, Dvija. So, O Brahmana, Dvija, is Devaha Kaha Syat iti Kachit Vetsi. Who is Deva? So that is God, Deva, God, divinity principle. Who is God? What is the divinity principle? Iti, so, Kachit Vetsi. Kachit is an indeclinable particle of interrogation. The indeclinable particle of interrogation. In English, we translated that, I hope. I hope you know it. What does it mean? Do you know it? Is polite way of saying, I hope you know it. Means, do you know it? That Kachit. Kachit. Vetsi Mahabaho. The question is how Lord Shiva can ask this question to Vasishtha. Brahmavidam Sreshta. So that purpose is that Shraddha Jadya. You know this Jadya word, Shraddha Jadya, Karma Jadya, etc. The Shraddha Jadya means the foolish Shraddha in the Bahya Puja. Bahya Puja are meant for certain people, it will be told afterwards. But that is not the highest type of worship. So therefore, to knock down the Shraddha Jadya, the foolish Shraddha in the Bhaya Puja, wherein the Deva principle, the divinity principle that is worshipped is not the actual divinity principle, but it is only parichinna, limited divinity principle, and not the actual one. And therefore, to knock down the notion that the external worship by itself is the highest worship, he says, so do you know what is Deva, etc. So that means Lord Shiva is now going to explain what is Deva Tattva. Now listen very carefully, okay? Because it knocks down many of our wrong notions. At the same time, role of these minor divinity principles also is there, that is for whom, etc. will be seen. Devaha pundarikakshaha na. First he negates. Means it is just like writing on the blackboard. I think nowadays it's not the writing. The canvas board they use, etc. Writing on the blackboard. Already written something, what is to be done? You have to wipe it clean. Without wiping, if you write on that, you can't see it properly. So likewise, first remove the wrong notions about the Deva Tattva and then tell what is the real Deva Tattva. Even Vedanta does the same thing. First, remove the wrong notion of I-ness in Anatma, then point out Atma Tattva. So therefore first they have the long list of what all cannot be the Deva Tattva, and then it will be explained what is the real Deva Tattva. Devaha pundarikakshaha na. Pundarikaksha, pundarika is a lotus. Pundarikaksha means Kamalanayanaha. Who is Kamalanayana? Vishnu. Devaha pundarikakshaha na. Kamalanayana, Vishnu is not that. Somebody says see. He wants to, Lord Shiva wants to project himself as God principle, and therefore he dismissed who? Lord Shiva. See, really speaking, this Hari-Hara, Vishnu Shiva, Veda is created by these vertical strips and horizontal strips. This is all created by human beings only. So, but it is not there in this. You know that once Narada went to Vishnu, Narayana, and they have got a good rapport. Vishnu and Narada have got a good rapport. Narada, where had you been? I had been to South India. I am returning from there. Achha, everything is fine, or you think that with your grace everything is fine. But one thing I found, these people are quarreling. These people are quarreling. What is that? Vishnu is Sreshta, some people, Vaishnavite. Shiva is Sreshta, Shaivites. So that perennial quarrel is there. And to make the case worse, there is one linga. What is the linga? Rameshwara. Ram kidhar se? Ishwara means Shiva. Rama is, how is it? So, what is that? Means, now Rameshwara, I hope you know Rameshwara. Actually who? Shiva. Shivalinga it is. Shivalinga. So Shivalinga. So from where Rama came there? Rama established means what? If Rama has done the pratishtha, it was so. If Rama has done pratishtha of Shiva means they have got good harmony among themselves. So therefore Narada was, Vishnu said, Narada, of all the people, you should have this doubt. See, look, says, See, do you know who he is? What does it say? Ramasya Ishvaraha Rameshwara. See? He is the one who is the master of who? Rama. Rama means who? Vishnu. Who is superior now? Shiva. Ramasya Ishvaraha Rameshwaraha means who? Shiva became the superior. Narada thought, these guys have got some perfect diplomatic understanding. He is just praising who? Shiva. I think let me find out from Shiva himself. He went to Kailasa. Narayana, Narayana. Shiva was very, for a long time. For a long time you had not come. How is that today you are here? So he said, he posed the same problem. Shiva said, this much you don't know? You are all expert in all the branches of knowledge, etc. So Ramesh, do you know who is Rameshwara? Ramaha Ishwaraha Yasya Saha Bahurihi Samas. Earlier it was Ramasya Ishwaraha Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa. And now he said, Ramaha Ishwaraha Yasya Saha. The one whose Lord is Rama, who is superior now. Vishnu, Rama is superior. Ramaha Ishwaraha Yasya Saha. Bahuri Samasa. That means who? Is that Rama became, Vishnu became superior. Narada understood, I made a mistake. I refer to the disputant parties. Now dispute is about whom? Rama is Shrestha, or Rama means Vishnu is Shrestha, or Shiva is Shrestha. These two guys don't want to rub each other. So I think better go to a third party itself. So he went to Brahmaji. He said, this is what it is, that Rameshwara, what does it mean? He says, Ramaha cha asau Ishwaraha Rameshwara. This is the Dvandva Samasa. Ramaha cha asau Ishwaraha. The one who is Rama, himself is who? Ishwara, Shiva. Means what? Equal. That's why Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, among the samasas, compounds, I am equal. I am the Dvandva Samasa. In Dvandva Samasa, both components are at par. They are at equal level. So therefore, Ramaha cha asau Ishvara means Rama means Vishnu itself is Shiva. So you see Vishnu Purana. There are many episodes where Shiva worship Vishnu. You take Shiva Purana. There are many episodes where Vishnu worship. So yes, Shiva Purana, Vishnu worship Shiva. Vishnu worship Shiva. Even Sudarshana Chakra, do you know what is Vishnu is? It is given by Shiva. Vishnu was worshipping Lord Shiva with 1,000 lotuses at that time. So Shiva wanted to test his devotion. 999 lotuses were offered. 1,000th has to be offered. Shiva saw to it that that last lotus vanished from there. It is not there. He can't get up and bring one lotus. If he gets up, entire puja goes waste. Vishnu didn't delay. He just plucked his one eye and offered. Lord Shiva was very much pleased with this, and he gave the Sudarshana. Actually, Sudarshana, not that picture shows, no? like a radiant wheel, this thing, that is for battlefront. Sudarshana means Sushtu Darshana, the highest vision, that is Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana itself is the highest vision, Darshana. So that is the. Anyway, so now it is not that, Vishnu is not, and Shiva is the divinity principle. He continues, Devaha Trilochanaha na. Devaha Trilochanaha nacha. With Trilochana, Trinetraha Mahadevaha. Lord Shiva himself, Mahadeva, who has got third eye. Third eye signifies jnana. It is the jnana chakshu. The third. Trilochanaha na. So that is not the Trilochana. Deva is not. So Vishnu is not Deva. Of course, just have patience. And what is Vishnu? What is Shiva? All these things will be explained afterwards. But first, what is not the real Deva Tattva, that is now made clear. And then the real Deva Tattva is going to be explained. Afterwards, what are the role of this Vishnu, Shiva, etc. All this will be seen. Om Swasti